when we think about large language models for search, have to realize that search engines are not going away, right? They still have a valuable role to play. But we can use large language models to be synergistic with our skill at using search engines. So for example, I noticed this thing a couple months ago, that there seemed to be a lot of core things going on, a lot of core language like mumblecore or tennis core or cottagecore. And I thought, what is this? What is all this core stuff? So I turned to my favorite large language model and said, what's the core suffix mean? And it gave me a little explanation there. And that's fine, but I could do better. I said, could you give me 10 examples of core as a suffix? And it gave me a bunch of hardcore, score core, soft core, biocore, and so on. But then the best question I asked the large language model was, give me more words like cottagecore. And it gave me exactly what I really wanted. Goblin core, dark academia, witch core, grandma core. So these are useful in helping us understand how to expand the range of our query terms and where we should be looking. So for example, I said to ChatGPT here, give me some keywords to use when searching Google for the topic construction robotics. And this is quite a good list. This is sort of in SEO land, but it's really building on what you've got. You can also use it, and here's a kind of a prompt structure of a template you might use. What are the N most common subtopics related to major topic? In the example I give here, what are the 5 most common subtopics related to tropical fish coloration? I didn't know any of this. And so this is the perfect use of a large language model to expand out language that's nearby what I'm searching for. I don't really want the answer per se from this, but I can use this to go look regular Google searches. Now, one of the things that's happening is that nothing that I say now is going to probably be true in a year, or rather it will be, the fundamentals will be true. The details may change and get better and better. So for example, Perplexity has this ability to focus in on a particular version, a particular aspect or context that the search takes place. So I asked the question, how can I calculate the volume of the intersection of 2 equal-sized cylinders at right angles, which was a problem that bothered me a lot in high school. I click on focus, you see that left arrow there, and then if I select the context for math, it takes me into a whole new kind of regime for dealing with math questions. Because face it, large language models are not good at dealing with math. They're just terrible. However, if you click the math thing here, it all of a sudden implements a whole bunch of new mechanisms, which actually do fairly well at math. So here's the response to that. It gives me a nice example of that. It gives me a formula for that. And if you go scroll down farther, it will tell you exactly what's going on. So fundamental thing to know here. The AI search and language model universe is running fast that way. By the time we have this meeting next year, there's going to be a whole bunch of new stuff to talk about.